Hey guys, this is Silverbolt Ballistics, and today we are going to be cleaning a Mosin Nagant Bolt. This is a 9130. Stay tuned and we will be taking this bad boy apart and cleaning it and putting it back together. Alright guys, so I have my gloves on, which means it is time for cleaning. First thing you want to do is pull back all the way and get this out of the track. Next you want to just slide this off. Once you get this piece off, you can go ahead and slide this off. Now what you want to do, because the firing pin has a big spring in here, you can take this piece and there's notches cut out on the firing pin. Point it down and just start unscrewing it. And that is the complete disassembly of the firing pin. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and squirt some of this breakthrough on this firing pin and let it sit a minute. So this has been sitting for a few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe everything down. When you're cleaning, don't forget to get up in these cracks. I like to use a pick and try and scrape in those cracks to make sure there's no gunk in there. And I see a lot of gunk in the threading. So I'm going to try my best to get majority of it out. And to do that, I'm just going to take this pick and try and run it in between the threads without damaging the threads. This might take a minute, but in the end it's worth it. There's a lot of gunk in between those threads. Re-wipe this down, make sure I got everything. The firing pin is now done. The spring, you can just spray this down and wipe it off. Don't need to be too fancy with it. So I just sprayed some breakthrough on here. You can already tell a color difference. And the spring is done. Next with this piece, the same thing, just spray breakthrough down. You want to make sure you get along these edges really good. Any part that moves or has another piece resting up against it, you want to make sure that you clear that out. Alright, so I went ahead and sprayed some breakthrough on this, and we just wipe it down. Don't forget about the corners. All that black was in the corner. So that's why it's very important you get everything. Also, don't forget up underneath here. don't forget about this hole. That's where the firing pin sits, and what I like to do is just run some Q-tips in there. Try and get as much of that Q-tip underneath as I can. Get the front of it. And with this breakthrough, it's okay to leave a little bit of film on it because it'll dry and help protect it. As long as it's not soupy mess on there, you're good. This you want to make sure you get really good. This part should be the dirtiest out of the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and spray some breakthrough on this and let it sit. So this has been sitting a minute, and all we do is wipe this down. This part might take some scrubbing. And all this black was in this little groove. Alright, now time for the Q-tip to go in the opening. And one final Q-tip to go down these trenches again. I see a little bit of gunk in the extractor right up in here. Now the back of the bolt, same thing. Spray this down real quick, let it sit, wipe off. Get up underneath here. And once we're done wiping out the outside, take that nifty little Q-tip and shove it all the way through. And last step to cleaning the Mosin bolt is the handle. So again, I just put some breakthrough on this. There's this little notch up here. You want to make sure you get that. This is not carbon. It looks like it, but it's gunk. So it's very important to get that little notch. And once you're done, just clean the inside. Okay, that is how you clean and take apart a... Now we are going to be putting this back together and applying some white lithium grease on it. Alright, so with a Q-tip and the white lithium grease, I'll just add on a little bit on the Q-tip. And put it right on this ring, on the firing pin. And I'm going to put a patch down, that way I don't get white lithium grease all over my map. Next, take some of your gun oil. Add a few drops on the underside of this. And a few drops in the grooves up here. After you do that, now we can go ahead and assemble. Stick the spring back on the firing pin. Now when you put the spring back into the bolt, you want to look for this little hangover. Stick the spring back in. Hold all of this together and go ahead and grab the back, and this little angled notch will fall into place just like this. And from there, compress the spring and turn, and you will be able to start screwing it back in. And what you're looking for is that to be flush. You can take this part and use it as a screwdriver again. So after you tighten this down, go ahead and slide this on. And once you get it down all the way, slide that notch in. So once you lock everything together, take your bolt head and this notch right here, we'll line it in place with this notch right here. Slide out on, and all we have to do is line those up. Do that, grab the back of it again, and using your thumb, press down. It'll fall into place, and then pull back and twist, and it locks everything together. That is how you clean a Mosin Nagant bolt. Alright guys, that is how you clean a Mosin Nagant bolt. If you like this video, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, leave them down in the comment section and I will try my best to get back with you. Thanks for watching.